In today's advanced exploration, we delve deep into the science and artistry behind creating homemade Play-Doh, a project that transcends simple entertainment and becomes a sophisticated platform for examining chemical interactions and polymer behavior. This presentation is not merely a DIY tutorial, it is a technical odyssey designed for viewers well versed in material science, culinary chemistry, and experimental engineering. We will dissect the intricate balance of ingredients that gives rise to a unique, malleable, and resilient dough, highlighting the critical roles of flour, salt, cream of tartar, vegetable oil, water, and food coloring in determining the texture, elasticity, and longevity of the final product. By combining both theoretical insights and practical demonstrations, we offer a refreshing perspective where creativity meets precision. The formulation process is akin to a meticulously engineered experiment, where every ingredient's contribution is measured, analyzed, and optimized. In our analysis, we explore the viscoelastic properties of the dough, where flour functions as the primary polymer network builder, and the salt and cream of tartar facilitate controlled cross-linking within the matrix. Each component interacts on a molecular level to produce a material whose behavior can be tuned according to subtle variations in environmental conditions and mixing techniques. Emphasizing creative expression alongside rigorous scientific methods, our approach reveals how adjustments in ingredient ratios can lead to significant variations in performance. Parents and children alike are invited to engage in this process, which, while rooted in expert-level science, retains the whimsical charm of playful experimentation. As we proceed, we will detail every step, from initial measurements and ingredient mixing to the nuanced art of kneading, illuminating the underlying chemical principles that govern the dough's formation. Our presentation offers not only a practical guide, but also quantitative analyses and fact-driven discussions that engage even the most discerning minds. Prepare to embark on a journey where each measurement, each stir, and each color infusion is explained with the precision expected by experts in the field. Our in-depth discussion will cover topics such as the importance of consistent mixing speeds, temperature regulation, and the impact of microstructural formation on sensory outcomes. This session stands as a testament to the synergy between creative design and technical mastery, an exploration where tactile fun meets rigorous scientific scrutiny. We invite you to appreciate the complexity hidden within this seemingly simple activity, demonstrating that even everyday materials can be transformed through the lens of advanced analytical techniques and thoughtful innovation. To further enhance our understanding, we critically assess the interplay of ingredient physicochemical properties, such as pH levels, ionic strength, and molecular weight distribution. Advanced experimentation and precise measurements underpin our approach, allowing us to predict variations in elasticity, tensile strength, and degradation over time. By integrating controlled variables and employing statistical analysis, we can fine-tune the recipe to achieve a consistent output with predictable behavior. This comprehensive exploration is designed to empower professionals who seek to apply scientific rigor to everyday creative projects, pushing the boundaries of conventional craft into the realm of applied material science and engineering. Our experiment begins with assembling the primary components crucial for our advanced Play-Doh formulation. Each ingredient is selected based on its functional role within the overall polymer matrix and its ability to contribute specific chemical and physical properties to the final product. Flour, as the main substrate, provides a robust network of proteins and starches which, when hydrated, form a viscoelastic structure fundamental to the dough's integrity. Salt acts to regulate ionic interactions and influences hydration balance, ensuring that the protein network develops optimally. Cream of tartar is included as a stabilizing acid that fine-tunes the pH, promotes protein cross-linking, and prevents microbial growth, thereby preserving the integrity of the dough. Vegetable oil, serving as a plasticizer, introduces nonpolar molecules that enhance the dough's flexibility and reduce friction during the kneading process. Water, as the solvent, hydrates the dry ingredients and plays a critical role in achieving the precise consistency required for effective mixing and subsequent manipulation of the dough. Food coloring, although primarily used for aesthetic appeal, also contains emulsifiers and additives that interact with the dough. These compounds can affect color dispersion and texture, providing a multi-layered sensory experience from both a technical and creative standpoint. The precise ratios of these ingredients are determined through rigorous experimental design. Flour is measured with an accuracy that would satisfy quantitative analysis protocols, while salt and cream of tartar are added in controlled quantities to modulate molecular interactions. Vegetable oil is calibrated to achieve the desired level of softness, and water is added gradually to maintain an ideal hydration ratio. Food coloring is incorporated incrementally, with each drop carefully considered to reach the intended hue saturation without compromising the dough's structure. Before initiating the mixing process, pre-measured ingredients should be arranged systematically. This preparation step is analogous to setting up a controlled laboratory experiment, where accurate measurements and timing are essential. Detailed charts and diagrams can be employed to reinforce proper technique. By ensuring that each component is precisely quantified, the reproducibility and reliability of our Play-Doh experiment are significantly enhanced, laying the groundwork for advanced material analysis and creative expression. This systematic approach not only ensures optimal chemical interactions, but also serves as an educational model for refining experimental techniques in material science. Every detail, from the purity of the ingredients to the precision of every measurement, is essential for achieving reproducible and extraordinary outcomes. We now transition into the core phase of our experiment, the systematic synthesis of the Play-Doh matrix. The process involves exact measurements and controlled mixing, each step designed to optimize the rheological properties of the final product. First, precisely measured amounts of flour, salt, and cream of tartar are combined in a preheated mixing vessel. The dry ingredients are sifted to ensure an even distribution of particles, which is critical for establishing a homogeneous polymer network. Laboratory protocols specify that this sifting reduces clumps and ensures that subsequent hydration is uniform throughout the mixture. Next, the liquid components, water and vegetable oil, are gradually incorporated. The addition is not performed randomly. Rather, it follows a controlled regimen where the liquids are introduced dropwise while continuously stirring. This careful integration allows the complex interactions between the flour's gluten proteins and the other ingredients to begin forming a coherent matrix. The vegetable oil, acting as a plasticizer, lubricates the protein strands and facilitates a smoother blending process, reducing shear stress and preventing overstimulation of the network formation. As water and oil combine with the dry ingredients, the mixture transitions from a granular state into a semi-fluid paste. Throughout this process, mixing speeds and ambient temperatures are closely monitored. Empirical observations suggest that maintaining a constant stirring rate, a moderate pace optimized for uniform shear mixing, results in a dough that exhibits ideal viscoelasticity. This is analogous to industrial mixing processes in polymer synthesis, where shear rates are meticulously controlled to yield consistent product qualities. In our procedure, high-resolution timers and digital thermometers ensure that conditions remain constant during the reaction phase. After the liquid integration, the dough is removed from the vessel and set on a lightly floured surface. Here, manual kneading commences. The technique involves a series of rhythmic folds and stretches designed to further develop the gluten network and enhance the elasticity of the dough. From a microstructural perspective, this process aligns protein fibers and promotes the formation of a continuous matrix, rendering the material both pliable and strong. Detailed video analysis reveals that optimal kneading occurs over a period of 5 to 7 minutes, during which the dough's texture transitions from rough to smooth. Attention to troubleshooting during mixing is critical for achieving a successful outcome. If the dough appears too sticky, indicating an excess of water, a small additional amount of flour is recommended to absorb the surplus moisture. Conversely, if the dough is overly dry and crumbly, incremental additions of water are necessary. Monitoring the balance between these extremes is essential for maintaining the desired mechanical properties. Advanced practitioners might even use rheometers to measure the viscoelastic parameters in real time and adjust the process dynamically. In this phase, every step is executed with scientific precision. Quantitative techniques such as volumetric analysis for liquids and weight-based measurements for solids ensure that the formulation adheres to the predetermined ratios. Consideration of the thermodynamic reality, where even slight variations in temperature can shift the reaction kinetics, elevates this exercise to a controlled laboratory experiment. The data collected from such trials can be used to refine predictive models regarding network formation and elasticity in polymer-based systems. Ultimately, the making of the dough is an intricate dance of chemistry and technique. Every stir, every fold, and every minute adjustment contributes to the final product's performance, making this process as much an art as it is a science. Our methodical approach not only produces a consistent and high-quality product, but also serves as a model for experimental reproducibility in material synthesis, providing expert practitioners with a framework for further exploration and technical innovation. By meticulously documenting each phase and scrutinizing every variable, this procedure exemplifies the integration of quantitative science with creative practice. Such a disciplined approach not only reinforces the reliability of the experimental outcomes, but also opens avenues for future research into optimized formulations and enhanced material properties. Innovation drives progress indeed. After establishing the fundamental matrix of our Play-Doh, the next phase involves the creative integration of colors and the formulation of shapes. This step enhances the aesthetic appeal and expands the functional versatility of the material, transforming a uniform polymer network into a dynamic canvas capable of expressive designs. At this stage, the prepared dough is divided into separate portions, each designated for a distinct coloration. Advanced practitioners utilize precise weighing scales to ensure that each portion is of equal mass, thus maintaining consistency in texture and mechanical properties across the different colored batches. Into each portion, food coloring is added in measured doses. The introduction of pigment is carried out gradually. Precise droplet additions are mixed thoroughly into the dough, ensuring even distribution of color at the molecular level. This process is not random, but is governed by the principles of diffusion and emulsification. Stirring is carried out using systematic motions that promote molecular dispersion so that every segment of the dough attains uniform hue saturation. The influence of pigment on the polymer's viscoelasticity is minimal, yet it introduces subtle changes in the texture which can be analyzed through spectrophotometric methods and rheological assessments. Furthermore, specialized tools, such as cookie cutters, stencils, and custom-designed molds, are introduced to create intricate shapes and forms. Experts may employ these tools to produce both two-dimensional patterns and three-dimensional structures. The use of these devices is underpinned by geometric precision and material science techniques, where the interplay between the dough's elastic properties and the applied external force determines the fidelity of the resulting shapes. Detailed visual demonstrations reveal that even slight variations in pressure or cutting technique can lead to significant differences in the final form. Innovative strategies involve mixing different colored portions to create new shades, an exercise in combinatorial color theory. By controlling the ratio of each color, one can predict the resulting hue based on established pigment mixing models. This level of control offers a rigorous, quantitative aspect to what might otherwise be seen as pure artistry. Each mixture is documented, and the resulting color properties can be analyzed using colorimetric analysis, reinforcing the technical precision of this creative process. In addition, the choice of shapes may be informed by both aesthetic considerations and physical principles such as symmetry, proportion, and balance. Experimentation with non-traditional geometries, such as fractal patterns or modular constructs, introduces an element of advanced design theory to the project. The integration of such elements elevates the simple act of play into a multifaceted exploration of art and science. This phase, therefore, is not only about adding visual appeal, but also about demonstrating the interplay between chemical composition, physical properties, and artistic design. Careful documentation, measured color additions, and precise shaping techniques are essential, ensuring that each creation is both scientifically sound and visually engaging. Through this innovative melding of color and form, the Play-Doh undergoes a transformation that exemplifies the fusion of experimental rigor with creative ingenuity. Aesthetic standards prevail. With the technical construction of our Play-Doh complete, the final phase of our project transitions into practical application and systematic cleanup. At this juncture, the advanced material, now enriched with color and shaped with precision, becomes a medium for creative exploration. Experts and enthusiasts are encouraged to experiment with the dough's unique properties by constructing intricate structures, simulating biological organisms, or creating kinetic sculptures that test the limits of material performance. Each interaction with the Play-Doh serves as both a stress test of its mechanical properties and an opportunity for inventive expression, merging practical play with robust analytical inquiry. During playtime, users are advised to observe how the material's viscoelastic properties respond to various manipulations. Techniques such as stretching, compressing, and molding can provide empirical data on tensile strength and elasticity. Advanced users might document these properties using high-speed cameras and digital sensors to capture real-time deformation, offering insights that extend beyond leisure and into the realm of experimental mechanics. This process not only reinforces the understanding of polymer behavior, but also facilitates a hands-on learning experience where theory meets application. Following an intensive session of creative experimentation, a standardized cleanup routine is essential to both preserve the remaining material and maintain an organized workspace. The cleanup procedure is designed to be efficient and thorough. First, any residual Play-Doh is collected and consolidated, ensuring that no sample remains on surfaces where it might cause contamination or degradation. Tools such as silicone scrapers and microfiber cloths are recommended to remove stubborn residues without damaging the underlying surfaces or altering the material's composition. Subsequently, all tools and utensils used during the mixing and play sessions are cleansed with warm water and a mild detergent, a process that protects the chemical integrity of the equipment while ensuring complete removal of material remnants. The Play-Doh itself is stored in airtight containers to prevent dehydration and microbial growth, thereby extending its longevity for future experimental endeavors. This step is critical, as even slight exposure to external contaminants can alter the dough's performance characteristics in subsequent trials. The entire procedure, from playtime to cleanup, is documented meticulously, enabling repeatability and serving as a reference for further innovation. Detailed logs of material behavior, tool efficacy, and cleaning protocols contribute to a growing database that helps refine future formulations and procedural guidelines. In a broader context, this phase underscores the importance of interdisciplinary practices that combine creative exploration with stringent analytical protocols. Ultimately, the session concludes with a reflective review of both the creative outputs and the technical challenges encountered. The dual focus on artistic expression and mechanical analysis enriches the overall experience, fostering a holistic approach to material science. By integrating playful inquiry with systematic procedures, this project establishes a new benchmark for experimental creativity in the field.